Riho Part 2, Chapter 2. Let's do it. Or did it say Chapter 1? I wasn't paying attention, but I think it's a 2. The following day turns to night. Riho and Manabe enter the party hall a bit before the events begin. The place is adorned with brilliant decorations and welcome drinks are handed out to the guests, who are chatting among themselves. And you guys didn't even get dressed up. Huh. I was a bit nervous, but it looks like coming in casual clothes was fine. Oh, I guess there we go. Manabe sighs in relief. She looks around at the other guests' attire. Told you, Kana said it was a casual party just for her friends. That meant we come dressed casual. You say that, but I have enough experience of not reading the mood and coming with an outfit that embarrassed us in front of everyone. Especially in parties where you can meet nice men. Everyone says you can come casual and then dress up like it's a prom night. Oh, yeah, that totally happens. I've had that happen to me. While the two speak near the entrance, Hiroko approaches them carrying a tray of welcome drinks. Thank you for participating, despite the short notice you two. Have a welcome drink if you'd like. Oh, thank you. We appreciate the offer. The two take up glasses full of pink champagne and then ask Hiroko something after looking around the room. I see everyone's not here yet, probably because it's still early? No, actually all the invited guests are accounted for. Huh? It's a pretty small party considering it's hosted by a famous author. Well, we'll have a bigger party sponsored by the publisher next month in Tokyo. Today's party really is just for Kana's close circle. I mean, inviting people over to the middle of nowhere is bothersome on its own, right? Oh, I guess it's a bit inconvenient, yeah. Who the fuck are you? Hiroko, who's that over there? They turn their gaze toward a young man sitting alone in one of the corners and sipping from his glass. The moment Hiroko realizes that, her expression clouds over. Oh, that over there. Soichi. While spacious, this was still an estate's parlor. It wasn't possible for him not to hear Hiroko's call, but the man, Soichi, simply gazes in their direction and looks away. Oh. I guess not, huh? Is he one of the guests? No, he's a relative of Kana, her younger brother. He's an artist, but he's always shuts himself off in his room. Oh, so he's shy. Well, I guess that is what it boils down to. He's a bit antisocial, but it's hard for him to find normal work, so Miss Kana lets him live here. I see. There are apparently some family issues involved. Riho and Manabe decide not to ask him about any further. I wonder if the next, because this sounds like it could be a setup for a fake murder mystery, like one of those diners. Someone's gonna die. But not really. Okay. Controllers in hand. Hello there. We meet again today. Hazon greets him with a somewhat awkward smile. He looks a bit pale. You said you had a meeting with Miss Kana yesterday. Did it go well? No, I'm afraid she bailed on me. Oh, well that sounds... Bail? Like a gray whale? Huh? I told you to stop with the trashy puns. I wonder if that's why she's so pale. He's so pale. Poor guy. Nice boobs. A woman that looked to be about her 50s and dressed with a pretty decoration suddenly walks up to them. My, I believe this is the first time I've seen you two. Hello, I'm Riho, an actress. This is my manager, Manabe. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Shoko Manabe. An actress, eh? I'm Shiho Tomizawa. Perhaps you've heard of me. From Rio's experience, these kind of people react badly to being told you haven't heard of them. Rio was at a loss as how to answer, but was soon given some timely help. Of course we have. I quite enjoyed reading your airplane timetable mystery series. Oh, have you now? Maybe. It's always a pleasure to meet a reader. Yes, indeed. My work aren't aimed for as wide an audience as Kana's, but I do have avid fans among those who enjoy mystery novels. Tomizawa seems quite satisfied by Manabe's answer, much to Riho's relief. Thank God Manabe knows her. She looks like some kind of veteran author, but she doesn't sell as much as Kana. That's the kind of person that looks to pick fights. I've been having sinus issues lately, but I need to go see my ear, nose, and throat doctor on the 16th. By the way, what made you decide to become Kana's manager? Me? I guess we're kind of inseparable friends. We were part of the same mystery club when we were at school, and that's where we met, and before we knew it, we somehow ended up being friends. Yes, there was a time when I thought of tricks and wanted to write mystery novels too. It's a good thing I gave up and became a manager instead. Wow, I just got dizzy. So you've known Miss Kana since before her debut. I wonder how much of her work can be credited to you. Who's to say? I mostly look after her. She's terrible at looking after herself, you know. My. Us managers need people like her, who have talent but aren't motivated to do something else to exist. Manabe nods in satisfaction, seemingly awfully convinced by Hideko's words. Does Manabe really think I'm that awful at taking care of myself? Why, hello everyone! Thanks for waiting. Oh, wrong voice, says the guy. A live voice calls out of the chef. Kano enters, I thought it said Kana, pushing a trolley loaded with food. Kana moves the plates from the trolley to the tables with practiced motions. Whoa, it looks great! But Miss Kana's not here yet. They couldn't start eating without the host absent from the party. Riho and the rest of the participants to the party look around anxiously, unsure what to do when... Oh, there we go. Lights illuminating the parlor go out at a glance. Huh? A blackout? Riho, are you there? It's dangerous, so stay put. The guests raise their voices in surprise at the darkness enveloping the room. And as if so to drive its final nail, a bursting sound rings out. A high-pitched noise echoes through the room, and the scent of gunpowder fills Riho's nose. And then a single spotlight illuminates the stage in the back of the parlor. Everyone, thank you for coming here today! Raising her hands like a magician, Kana appears and greets everyone with a wide smile. Now, let's have fun tonight! After a moment's silence, the guests shower her with applause. Kana gives a satisfied smile of seeing her surprise was as effective as she expected and walks off the stage. Kana, how did you appear on stage like that? Yes, we were next to the entrance, but you just appeared on stage in the blink of an eye without us noticing. They likely felt the same way that moment. They approach Kana at once and ask her about her mysterious appearance. With that wonderful surprise to kick things off, the party begins in earnest. An hour after the party's beginning, everyone already had a round of food, and were now mainly focusing on the alcohol. As soon as the toast was raised, everyone, excluding Siochi, who had gone off somewhere, surrounded Kana, who was chattering excitedly. But my, the wind sure is blowing strong tonight, and the winds have been shaking a great deal for a while now. At nights like this, the god of Kanayago might go on in his search of prey. Kanayago? I've never heard of a god by that name. That's because he's not featured in the ancient text, but is a very scary god. Yes, a very scary god. That sounds interesting. Can you tell us more? Sure. Listen closely, then, to the tale of the terrible god worshipped in the lands of Iwami. With her suggestive tone, Kana draws the attention of not just Kana, but everyone present. Looking around to confirm that her words had the desired effect, Kana continues with her story. Well, you see, Kanayago is a bit of an odd deity that favors corpses. Most kami in Japan abhor corpses, since they're tainted, right? But Kanayago is a god that brings upon fortune those who offer him corpses. Those who worshipped this deity were said to hang corpses along the walls of its place in worship. Corpses? And in doing so, the deity allowed for more efficient mining of silver. Silver, do you mean? Yes, in other words, this deity was worshipped in this land, where the Iwami silver mine is, but that mine has long since been closed. With no one is left. It's not me all the time. I promise it's not just me. They are fucking this up. With no one left to offer it corpses, it is said that Kanayago flies through the mountains in search of new sacrifices, growling and howling. There, can you hear it? The sound of Kanayago's howl as it seeks sacrifices, mingled with the sounds of the storm? Question mark? A chilling silence settles over the party room, and indeed they can swear they heard something else mingled with the sound of the wind rattling the windows. But then Kana switches over to her cheerful smile. Well, that's just an old legend passed down. Yep, just a legend, a folktale. Right, just a legend. Indeed. Now then, everyone, let's switch gears and have some dessert. I'll go get it ready. Oh, wrong voice. Oh, that sounds good. I'm craving a bit of a sweet right now. Everyone starts talking at once, perhaps hoping to dispel the frightening atmosphere left in the wake of Kana's ghost story. Grow up, people. It's a ghost story. That was scary. It really fit the situation somehow. That's a mystery author for you. She knows how to tell a story. She gets straight A's in that, but that story was pretty disturbing. Jeez. You think? Those kinds of theatrical legends are par for the course of mystery stories. Well, that entrance was definitely theatrical. It was. How did she appear on the stage like that? Manabe's words prompt Riho to ponder that question, but soon turns to Manabe with a mischievous smile. Say, you want to investigate the tricks behind her entrance? We can try, but do you think it'll be that easy to figure out? I don't know, but that felt like Kana issued us a challenge with the performance. We can burn time until dessert's ready, right? A challenge. When you say that, it piques my interest as an avid reader. Let's do it. Alright, let's solve this baby then. Alright. Earlier, Kono used this trolley to carry in the food. All that food's already on the table, so there's nothing left on the trolley. Why, though? Something feels off. She was hiding in it. It's far from the stage, and Miss Kana didn't have any time to hide under the tablecloth. I don't think there's any tricks to this table. I think it's purely this. Riho examines the trolley again. Riho felt something was strange about the trolley since earlier, and she sinks into thought so as to figure out what it is. Her face then lights up. Hey, isn't it weird that the trolley was just left here? What do you mean? No, I mean, it's a bad spot if you want to move the dishes to the table, and it's standing in the oddly slanted position. Kano is a skilled, fancy chef, so I can't imagine him leaving the trolley carelessly like this. I see, that is strange. An idea then flashes through Riho's mind. Obeying that gut feeling, she flips up the fabric covering the trolley's trunk. Ah, there's a partition board inside the trolley! Oh, I knew it! Moving aside the partition board, Riho's space that's just large enough to contain a person. I see, so Miss Kana went in there and had Kano carry her over there. Yep, and when the guests were all distracted, she snuck out of the trolley and waited for the blackout to step up on stage. That's what I'd expect from Miss Kana. She never neglected to surprise people. She takes it too far, but she put a secret door in our guest room and had us walk around with eye masks, a bit too high on the weirdo scale for me. That's a first-rate mystery author's idea of courtesy. Fine. Let's leave it at that. Let's check with the Kana and see if we can get that right. Yes, let's. Manabe exclaims as she looks around the parlor curiously. Kana had disappeared from the room at some point, and the other guests noticed this, and were whispering nervously. I haven't seen Kana for a while now. It's been over an hour, a bit long as bathroom breaks go. True. True. She didn't have a lot of drinks, so maybe she just felt so queasy she retired to her room to rest. Hey, that's not right. She was supposed to have a meeting with me after this party. If I don't have that meeting with her today, my editor-in-chief will kill me. I understand. I'll go look for her, so wait in the reception room. Everyone else, too. It's getting late, so you may retire to the rooms we prepared for you whenever you want. Hideko says with the bow and leaves the parlor. Well, with Miss Kana gone, I believe we can call it a night. Yes, it was quite fun, but staying up late would be bad for my skin. Following her, the guests began to back it. Nope. Following her, the guests began to go back to their room. Looks like they're wrapping it up, so let's head back to our room as well. Yeah, like Miss Tomizawa said, staying up too late wouldn't be good for our skin. With this, the party concludes, and Riho returns to her room. Ma'am. As soon as they return to the room, Riho lets out a weird scream. Riho apparently carelessly leaned against the wall, causing the revolving trick door to rotate. What are you doing? You knew there was a hidden door there. I completely forgot. Man, maybe I should stick a warning to the wall so I can prevent this from happening again. But we don't have any tape on us. Sure we do. We have your push-up tape. Ah, how do you know about that? I saw it on your bag when you took out your cell phone. My, I never knew you were at the age where you care about drooping skin. Riho, when we get back to Tokyo, I'll be filling up your schedule with workshops. Oh no. And there we go. Can we stop? Guys. After apologizing earnestly to Manabe, she used her push-up tape and used it to plaster a warning written in permanent marker on the wall. Guys, lay down. Down. Lay down. 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 All the way. Rocky, lay down. Iris, go to the bed. Now I won't forget it, and lean against the wall. Okay. Hi. I'm trying to read here. You're distracting Mama. Now I won't forget about it and lean against the wall, Manabe. Huh? You still mad at me? Shh. I've been hearing this weird noise for a while now. Weird noise? Yeah, like some kind of low growling. Stop. Come on, you're not gonna trick me with that. After cracking that little joke, Riho listens carefully. But suddenly, she did faintly hear a low growling sound. I do hear it. There really is a weird growling out there. Right, it's coming from outside the window. It doesn't sound like wind. No way. Maybe it's just that thing Kana mentioned, the god of Kanayago. It can't be. That's just a legend. But we're definitely hearing that growling. And can you hear it? It's getting closer. Kanayago was now wandering the mountains in search of sacrifice. The two exchanged silent glances as Kana's words surfaced in their mind. Ah! The sound of a knock echoes through the room, making the two of them jolt. Riho replies while stifling her agitation and opens the door to reveal Hiroko, who is standing with their pail. Thank goodness, you two are still awake. What are you doing here this late at night? I can't find Kana. She's nowhere in the estate. Huh? She's nowhere in the estate. What could that mean? I don't know. She won't pick up her cell phone, so I thought we should look outside the estate. Could you help me out? Riho and Manabe unflinchingly nod and agree to help, rising to their feet with grave expressions. A few minutes later, Riho and Manabe meet with the other people gathered for the search and walk down the capacious hall's driveway. The others are everyone who had retired to their rooms after the party, with the exception of Soichi. It's a dark, twining path without any light, and everyone was given a flashlight to search with it. Do you really think Miss Kana would go outside this late at night? I don't know, but she wasn't inside, so... My word! Why must that girl always cause such a fuss? There's a lot of animals' trails in the area. I can't imagine her going here when it's this dark outside. We're just here to check to be on the safe side. Let's split up and check the trails. Yes, let's divide into groups here and check. As everyone splits up, Riho searches with Manabe, pointing the flashlight to light up the area. If this was a horror movie, the monsters would jump out right about now. That's not funny! It almost feels like it might really happen. Or more like whatever made that growling we heard in the room might come out. I can't hear it at all, now that you mention it. It's so quiet. There's no wind right now either. Wait, that wasn't wind. It really was Kanayago. No way. Both of their flashlights intersect, lighting the darkness, but there was no sign of Kana. What was that? Manabe! There's something there! One little pitch. Miss Kana, is that you? They slowly approach a thicket. Manabe reaches into the bushes when... a cat leaps out of the thicket. A cat? Ugh, this really is... Can you... No! This really is like some kind of B movie. But the real monster usually comes after this. A gruesome scream echoes through the area. What now? That was Hiroko. I think it came from over there. Let's go. The unusual scream came from the hollow located near the capacious hall. Said hollow is an old tunnel, one of several entrances to the Iwami silver mine, and near the entrance is the hunched figure of a person. Hiroko, what happened? Kana! Kana! I bet she's alive. Kana was inside the hollow, but she was all too different. Kana! Kana! Did you find her? Oh! Shush! Shush, 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 shush your face. Shush that. No, close your mouth. Everyone else gathers around and falls into shocked silence at the sight. Kana lays near the hollow entrance. Her skin was terribly white and pallid. Step aside! Tomiwazawa pushes Hiroko aside and rushes to Kana's body. She presses a hand against her neck and carefully checks for a pulse. No, it can't be. Is she... Tomiwazawa shook her head silently. It can't be, not Miss Kana. A deep silence fell over the hollow. Everyone is rendered speechless by what just transpired. Every now and then, the hot wind rises up from the hollow, rustles the trees. Riho then sees Tomiwazawa, who has apparently come to her senses, pulls out a cell phone to call the police. We should investigate as much as we can before the police show up. I bet it's a story. Riho strains her eyes, looking at the dead body's limp arms. It's hard to tell over the manicure, but there's some blood stuck between her nails. Was this where she was trying to fight off her killer, maybe? Or maybe... The rocks around the hall are glistening with night dew. It's hard to say for certain with just the flashlight, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of blood or struggle around here. Riho gazes at the corpse's head, wincing at the sight of the agonizing expression. Sustaining the urge to throw up, she gently inspects the body from below, discovering some scars and lacerations on the back of her neck. Those are rope marks. Someone strangled her. The lacerations are probably just because she clawed at her throat while she was suffocating. That tree. There are some fresh marks around the base of the trunk. It's like something was rubbed against it, but it cut pretty deep into the trunk. There are scratch marks on the tree near the corpse. What is this? I don't know, but something feels off. As far as I can see, someone strangled Miss Kana. That's all I can tell so far. Riho is convinced for the time being, and moves away from the body. It's then the sound of patrol car sirens reaches her ears.